it came in as expected.
Yeah.
The Republicans got the House. They didn't get the Senate. If there had been any surprise at all, the markets may have reacted. Right now, all eyes are on the Fed. This is done and dusted as far as the markets go.
Okay, well, we may talk about the Fed later, but let's just talk about this election result.
Yep.
You have an economy which is obviously very weak. You have what appears to be a long-term and perhaps even structural problem with high unemployment. Is this change in the government of the US actually going to have any impact at all, meaningful impact on how the economic recovery goes?
It's going to have an impact in the sense that it's definitely going to have an effect on the direction of policy from the government. It's not going to have an impact in the sense that now there is a magical solution or formula that's going to be able to be implemented because the Republicans have some secret they've been holding back, or the fact that they have a majority in the House means the Democrats must listen to them and they must cooperate. And that this plan does even exist, which it doesn't. What it means is there will be more deliberation, possibly more, a little more input from both sides into policies going forward.
But if you look at both sides, I mean, there is a huge divide here. And everyone's been talking about gridlock, which is a good thing. So gridlock to me says nothing changes policy-wise.
Could very well be. So at least there will be input, because there will be discussions, there will be arguments. But I'm with you. I don't know. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I don't believe that both sides, because as you say, the gulf is so wide, and I don't believe that they see necessarily a benefit in working together yet. I think 2012 could be a very ugly situation for incumbents again, because even if they are to work together, it's unlikely they will be successful at turning around the economy in that short a period of time, and so they could risk alienating their bases in the meantime, and then they're in no man's land politically. So I believe that we are in for gridlock for a couple of years, an unpalatable situation as far as economic policy being implemented, and even if they can cooperate, it isn't going to fix the economy in that period of time.
Okay, let's talk about China. We heard John Mann say it's unclear whether the new House will have an impact on relations with China. Certainly China was seen in a very negative light during the campaigning. On both sides of the House, I should say, on both Democrats and Republicans. Do you fear, though, that we could see a hardening of attitudes in US politics towards China, which could end up in some sort of new protectionist measures?
I do. And the reason is because this is the one issue that both sides of the aisle agree. It's very easy to demonize China, and it's been done during the campaigns, but it was also being done before the campaign started, and I believe it will continue now. I expect that we will have tit-for-tat tariffs and measures taking place. At the same time, in the background, we do have a currency war going on as far as skirmishes and battles. It doesn't have to be an all-out
tit-for-tat sounds like could be quite sort of low-key, but do you think that's what it is, or will it be much
that grows from there? Even tit-for-tat in an economy that is just balancing on the edge, as the global economy is now, and certainly it is in the U.S., those will be damaging
to both economies
and the global economy as a whole. But the main issue that we have to watch is the currency issue. It isn't going away. China is going to follow its own schedule. They don't have a plan up their sleeve to suddenly turn this around and suddenly begin to let the yuan strengthen. If they had, they would have started by now. And the issue is this. Foreign policy in the U.S. has very much become Fed policy. We are exporting immense amounts of pressure to governments and economies around the world simply by our Fed policies.
As we've heard from China complaining vigorously, and
we'll hear other countries as well.